was like, holy cow, Bambi.
How about,
Did he leave his skate guards on?
You got to be kidding me. Like 2 other 3 guys that played in the
I know you got more money than
Yeah, I was going to say.
like. Is it hockey? So we were playing here. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 23 with the kicker, Stephanie Hahn. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Because you can do that.
Yes, I could kick. I could punch. I've definitely been involved with so yes, kicker.
It's perfect. I know we joked about that off air, but you know, finally, it's a pleasure to have you. I know we've with both our schedules and we've kind of played around a little bit, but finally, thank you for joining the show.
I'm glad to be here.
This is going to be the best podcast you've been on.
10-4? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just putting you on the spot.
Okay.
You know, you liked our setup. You
love our
thought the
setup.
board was cute.
The board is very cute. Everything looks professional. There's a lot of space, so I really,
Lots of fun.
really glad to be here.
Well, thank you. So let's get into it. So you started boxing many years ago. Not many years ago, but
Yeah, many years ago. Yes.
I don't want to date you in age. But how long have you been in the game for?
Okay, so I started boxing at 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I started martial arts when I was 3.
Okay.
And I've been competing in some sort of contact sport since I was 5 years old.
Right.
So I started karate tournaments at 5. Then we went into taekwondo tournaments, then kickboxing tournaments, boxing tournaments. High school I wrestled, and
Oh wow, wrestling
yes,
too.
I wrestled
Good for
in high
you.
school. Mm-hmm.
So you've really done it all.
Yes,
MMA.
I haven't done MMA. The only thing I haven't done is MMA. Jiu-jitsu, I need to learn that.
Yeah.
But trying to learn a whole form, trying to compete full time in boxing, it's really hard
I couldn't
to
imagine.
find the time.
You know, we had your sister on a month or so ago, and she had nothing but praise for you. And I know you guys have a great relationship, your entire family.
Yes.
From having the conversations with her, which is amazing. And
There's-
your dad is still doing his thing.
Yep. My dad is the one that keeps us together, I think. He's the glue. He's the heart of this family. But there's 5 siblings, and we're all very extremely close to each other.
Yeah. And everybody's in it, correct?
Everyone knows martial arts. Everyone knows how to fight. Being in my family, we had no choice.
Yeah.
My dad forced us. But the ones that have competed professionally have only been 3 of us. So Jennifer's the oldest,
Yeah.
Abraham,
Yeah.
and then myself.
And your younger sister, does she still do it in amateur or no?
She did. She competed amateur. We all competed amateur. She was also national champion. She was very good, very talented, but injuries.
Yeah.
So she kept dislocating her collarbone from her shoulder, something like that. Very bad injury. So for her, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
But right now she's a mother, and she has 2 beautiful babies, and she's very, very happy.
That's awesome. And I know you were in the game for a while, and you took some time off to, you got married, you had to raise your family.
Yes.
And then you got back into it.
Yes.
And how long you been back into it since retiring the first time?
So I have been doing this nonstop about 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So I stopped when I was about 20. I came back when I was 30.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, became a police officer, got married, have my 2 beautiful children, and now I'm managing motherhood, boxing, and being a police officer.
That's crazy. I don't know how you do it.
It's thank goodness I have my dad who
Yeah.
raised us with a lot of discipline.
Yep.
And for me, my schedule is very disciplined.
Yeah.
So I'm training, I'm working, I'm doing something, but it's productive. I don't waste time.
I would imagine. And that was why it's so hard to get you here.
Yes.
And to in conjunction with my schedule as well, because I'm pretty busy as well. And so you're eight bouts into your professional career.
Yes.
You're 8-0.
I'm 8-0.
8-0. It's pretty good.
Yes.
And then July 27th,
July 27th, I'll be fighting at the Paso County Coliseum.
which is right across the street here,
right
or
next door.
parking lot.
Right next door. So I'll be fighting for the
Which is, I think, where you parked.
Yes, right
You
there.
know what I mean? Like,
We share the same parking lot.
right.
So I'll be fighting for the WBA Intercontinental Belt.
Nice.
And my opponent, it's the toughest opponent I've had so far. Her name is Miranda Reyes. She's young, she's driven, she's talented. So it's going to be...
And you got about 6 inches on her in height.
No, I don't.
Is that just because of the heels you were wearing?
Correct. So I'm only 2 inches taller than her. But the day...
Because you're weighing. It's like, if this is her head, you're like, hey, how are you?
So the face-off that I had with her on this week, she was wearing flats and I was wearing heels. So she's 5'5", I'm 5'7". But that's how it looked. Everyone's like, oh, you tower over her. I'm like, no, I'm not that much taller than her. But I was wearing heels and she wasn't. So that's what happened.
That's the first thing I noticed.
I know.
I'm like,
Everyone's
this is
like,
not
you're
fair. We haven't even started. This isn't fair.
No, it's fair. She's very good, very tough.
Where's she from?
She's from Houston, Texas, but she was actually born here in El Paso.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. And you know, like you see all the gimmicks on TV, like Jake Paul. I brought this up to your sister too. Jake Paul and Tyson. What a joke.
Yes, I know that.
Now he's not fighting.
I heard it's entertainment, and Jake Paul is able to sell it, and people want to watch it. So at least it brings attention to the sport, for sure.
I don't know if it's good attention though, because it takes away from the effort, in my opinion. The efforts that you guys put into it and the determined, like then you see some gimmick guy, and he's a social media phenom or whatever he is. But you got Mike Tyson.
Yeah, who's a legend.
Who's Mike Tyson?
Who's a legend. I get it. A lot of the younger generation, they follow Jake Paul, and whoever you fight, I know that bringing in Mike Tyson, it's going to be huge, and that's why it's going to be on Netflix. I don't know if you saw the undercard, though.
No.
So on the undercard, they had 2 females.
Awesome.
Probably the pioneers for women's boxing. They've done so much. Katie Taylor, who beat my sister Jennifer, and then Amanda Serrano. So they're both amazing fighters, and they're going to be rematching. So the first time they fought, Katie Taylor won, but it was very, very close. So they're going to be on the undercard. And I was excited for that fight. That was the one I wanted to see, those 2 ladies fighting. Because what they've done for the sport and the amazing athletes that they are, it's exciting. That match is definitely going to be exciting.
So you're going to watch it?
Oh, yes. I'm going to watch it because I definitely want to watch those 2 females.
I want to see Jake Paul get his ass kicked. I really, really do. Just...
Yeah, we'll see.
I think he's a
hopefully.
freaking clown. I really do.
We'll see. Mike Tyson's a beast. I know that he's older, but I think he still has it.
I hope we talked about it, the reschedule, because now he's got something going on. And
do you know when they're going to have it again or no? When they're rescheduling it?
I thought I heard something yesterday that it was going to go September.
Wow. I heard that Ryan Garcia wants to step in. I'd enjoy that fight, Ryan Garcia versus Jake Paul. That'll be fun.
Who do you think would win that?
I'm definitely going for Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. I just saw something on social media where he got himself in trouble yesterday.
I heard public intoxication, something like that.
That alcohol will get you, man.
Yep. Yes.
Well, you do. I'm sure you see that all the time.
I deal with it a lot of times, but it's not that bad. It could be worse. So he's in.
So is it true when the Cowboys lose, it's a nightmare for you guys?
Yep.
It truly is a lot of domestic violence.
On patrol. It's like if the Cowboys lose, because for El Paso, the majority of El Paso are Cowboy fans. Yeah. So everyone takes it to heart and they're mad. They're frustrated. No, I'm being serious. Yes.
It's going
to be a good day if the Cowboys win for El Paso. And if they lose, be ready for the family fights, public intoxication, all that stuff, because they're frustrated. They want to take it out. I
don't get how a fan can be that passionate about something.
El Paso is very passionate about El Paso, the fan base for the Dallas Cowboys. They're definitely fans. So they take it personal when they lose.
I'm heavily involved with the Rhinos, obviously. When we lose, I'm pissed off. But by the time I get to my office or whatever, it is what it is. I don't know, man.
No, El Paso and Dallas
So you guys got to be busy because the Cowboys have sucked for many years.
Yes, but luckily I'm not. Luckily I'm not working patrol right now, so.
Well, I'm glad you're here because what I just said, when that airs, maybe they'll come. I might need your protection.
Oh gosh, hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully not. We'll see.
But yeah, I thought that was a crazy statistic that I heard.
No, it's actually true. And then for us as officers too, sometimes like the full moon, we kind of jinx ourselves, but when it's a full moon, we work harder too. I remember being on patrol. I'm like, oh gosh, it's going to be full moon. Don't jinx it. But then we'd be very busy that night.
Right.
Very busy.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
So you've been an officer for 9 years?
I've been an officer for 7.5 years.
7, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And you're now at the academy. You said you're training there.
Mm-hmm.
So are you an arms instructor or textbook kind of thing, or?
So I do. At the academy, we're basically versed in everything. Mm-hmm. So we help out with everything. So I am a firearms instructor. Mm-hmm. I also teach courses. I'm a defensive tactics instructor. Mm-hmm. I help boxing. I help lead PT.
I would assume that would be part of it, right?
So yes, there's a lot of things that we do, and I truly love being there, helping the recruits.
Sure. So I don't know what the passing rate or the graduation rate is, but I've heard in the past because I have a lot of officer friends per se, and the graduation rate isn't where it needs to be.
So
for what's needed in the city of El Paso.
Correct. We're short-staffed everywhere. Yeah. We're not losing that many people, in my opinion, that we have in the past. I've heard we only lose a couple people, and it's only in the beginning.
Yeah.
But once they graduate and they're actually on patrol, you know, that's when we see a lot of officers quitting.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard being a police officer. It's hard with the schedule. It's hard for families. So for whatever reason, you know, they can't take it. It's a accumulation of many things.
Yeah.
But it would be awesome if we had, I don't know, 50 people that started the academy, 50 people that graduated, 50 people that finished probation, and then that stay in this department for 20 plus years. You know, that'd be awesome. But, you know, life is not like that. It's not perfect. So some we keep some, we lose some.
Yeah.
It is
I
what
guess
it
just
is.
like everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, I wanted, we talked a little bit, I wanted to become a police officer and whatever, I wasn't able to for whatever reason, but I just admire what you guys do.
Thank you.
And, you know, just, it takes a special person, there's
Yes.
no doubt.
It takes a very
Especially
special
now.
person. Yes.
In today's world.
Not everyone could be like, yeah, I want to be a police officer. It's more than just wanting to be it. You have to be mentally strong. You have to be physically strong. You can't be afraid when the time comes to face danger. You're the one that has to run to it, not away from it.
Sure.
And not every person can do that.
No,
not at all.
Yeah, I would imagine. You know,
Nope.
like you're going into a burning building or something and
Yep.
you're leading the way. That's kind of tough.
You have to. You have to risk your life. You know, you encounter danger, and at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is to do our job, but make it home to our families.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And obviously with your upbringing, prepared you for that.
Yes.
Because I would assume, I'm sure there's difficult days for you, just like anything, right? You know, but I think with your upbringing, your discipline that your father and the rest of your siblings and your family put on,
Yes.
it certainly helped.
Yes, I know I would not be a police officer if it wasn't for my dad, the way he raised us. The discipline, the commitment, the training, nonstop training. I'm definitely who I am. Strong mind, body, and spirit because of how I was raised.
So, as you're a police officer, is there obviously some fame that comes with that as far as what you do in the ring?
I think it benefits both sides,
Sure.
being a police officer and a boxer. So for my department, I know I'm bringing exposure to this department, good positive exposure. You know, I'm an undefeated boxer.
I think I could take you.
No,
I don't think so.
you told me that you had a lot of concussions.
But no headshots.
know,
That's the
boxing is-
disclaimer. It's only
no.
body shots, and I got a lot of padding.
We'll see. We'll see.
We're gonna do something. I'm telling you.
Okay, let's do it. We could do it here if you want.
Not
I could
right now
demonstrate.
though. I got to prepare for you.
Okay.
You've been in training forever.
We could do it in 3 months if you want.
Yeah, man.
Okay, 3 months.
You guys heard that here. 3 months and we're getting her going. I win. I get to tase her. She wins. She can handcuff me and take me in.
I will never. I don't want to be tased anymore.
Well,
Nope.
no deal.
No, don't want to be tased anymore.
Can I spray the OC?
Nope. No OC. That stuff is worse.
Can I drive your patrol car?
I don't have a patrol call, so no.
Well, we're gonna have to come up with something if we're gonna make this happen.
Okay, let's do it. We got
Anyway.
3 months. Let's do it.
3 months it is. After you kick some butt
Okay.
in July, we'll 3 months we'll come up with something. I think I'm pretty sure I could.
You couldn't even eat a hot chip.
Whatever, dude. I could take you.
I know that hockey is a very tough sport, but it's different.
It is different. It's a lot harder. But we're gonna come up with something fun.
Okay, how many concussions have you had?
Recorded? I think 13.
Recorded. So as in you went to the hospital and they said that you had a concussion.
Yeah.
So that's not even including the ones that
Like
you knew
back
you
in
had
the day
one.
when, yeah.
So probably like altogether like maybe 20?
I don't know if I'd go that high. Wow. Like I wouldn't say 13. I would like recorded. I'd probably say 10.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you still have headaches?
Oh yeah. I don't sleep.
Really?
I had surgery on both eyes because the tendons kind of released. Wow. So I'll show you some pictures offline. So they went in and tightened up the tendons and brought them up. So I looked like a boxer. I was black and blue.
Crazy.
Yeah. I have a tough time sleeping. Very tough time sleeping. Headaches. My focus, my retention. It's not ADHD, but my retention.
Yes.
I get I'm always, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm always shaking or moving yeah. It sucks.
Wow, I'm sorry.
So
Hockey, I think hockey is more dangerous than boxing. I've
I
never
don't know
had
about
that many concussions.
But you're good. You know what I mean?
Were you not a good athlete?
It's so fast. You know what I mean? It's different. Like you've seen hockey. It's just a
hockey's
different.
intense.
At least you can kind of see punches coming and dodging them.
True.
And you're pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
I could take you, but you're pretty good. Not as good as me, but
Do you have so I know hockey, you have a lot of concussions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have missing teeth?
these are all fake.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
The whole
They don't make them that nice coming out. You know what I mean? Check that out.
Wow. Interesting.
So when I played college hockey,
Okay.
I was playing college and and I was so happy that I got like when I lost my teeth because one of them was crooked,
Okay.
right? And it was crooked, and I always had this like I'd always cover it when I smiled.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like oh there it is, but it was, you could see it.
Okay.
So when I got cross-checked, I was like, yes.
You're gonna get new teeth.
But when it happened, it exposed the nerve because it cracked it like in that, and it with the cold, it hurt so flipping bad. So
very
anyway, I go to
sensitive.
the dentist. And first thing I say to him, like, you can fix that, like make it straight, right? He's like, whatever you want.
Okay.
So that season, I lost them 3 times. Wow. And it took obviously the whole season for finally to get the complete dentures and
Everything.
you know, because like he'd fix it and get it ready. Then I'd go back in. I'm like, sorry, man, there's another one.
Wow.
So I lost, I think, 5 up top.
You guys wear mouthpieces.
Yeah, but it doesn't help. Like, it doesn't matter. When you cross-check somebody in the face,
Gosh.
like take your baton
Wow,
and,
you guys
and rack
are-
it over somebody's teeth.
Yeah, hockey. You guys are more dangerous.
I don't think so.
I don't have missing teeth. I don't have that many concussions.
But again, you're good and you're dodging. You know what I mean? So when we do this,
Okay.
only body shots for me.
Only body
I
shots.
can give you headshots.
Okay.
That's fair.
We'll do it. I'll make an exception for you. Just body shots.
It's just, but I can wear gear and shit, right?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
No, you just have to work on your core. So right now, start working on your core exercises, your abs.
Okay, you're going to have to give me some exercises.
Okay. I love doing core.
I don't.
Okay. So one last question. So all professional hockey players, for the most part, they have at least one missing tooth.
I would say, yeah.
At least one. Interesting.
You know, people are like, you know, you're like, oh, your teeth there. For us, it's just no, they're not. Like, and again, I was the happiest guy in the world when I lost that tooth because it was one that was crooked and it would be looking right at you. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, it was awesome. So then I got them done. When I played pro, I didn't lose them. And then I don't know. These are probably maybe 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
So my wife's like, you need to get new teeth. I'm like, what? And so these are the replacement to the old ones.
Okay.
Because she's like, you need to get what are the good ones? Veneers. Yeah, these are veneers.
Oh.
So it sucks though when I'm eating like a sandwich or with meat or a steak, like I can't bite through it.
I'm sorry.
I look like an idiot because I'm tearing it and usually half the meat comes out of the sandwich or whatever. I'm like, it's ridiculous. I swear to God.
Well, they look nice.
Well, they do.
They look
That's why I
nice.
smile all the time. You know what I mean?
Your teeth look good.
You
Your
have
dentist
nice
is good.
teeth too.
Oh, thank you. I haven't the real. So,
See, well, mine aren't.
well, they still look nice.
They do though. They're white. Like they're like, woo, there they are. You know what I mean? But
Interesting.
so yeah, most hockey players, you know, the guys that wear the cages. I shouldn't even say this because I'll probably get in trouble. But, you know, when you play junior hockey,
Okay.
you should get rid of your face mask.
Okay.
When you're eligible, 18 and up, you can. But a lot of players they'll wear a full cage mask, and it's like they play differently because there's no retaliation to the face.
Okay.
Right? It's like I don't know how to explain it. You're guarded. You know,
Okay,
you play
you're
differently.
protected.
You're more wild. But when you have your face exposed, you respect
Yes.
what you're doing.
That makes sense.
You know, I'm an old school guy. Take them off.
Got you.
That's just me. Just like, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone because I'll probably say something that I'll get in trouble for, or something. The league will call me like, "What are you saying? You can't be saying that." Or some parent will. But anyway, it's just how I feel.
Got you. Okay. Well, I don't really know hockey, so I don't know the
Well, you got to
rules.
come to a game, obviously.
I've been to a game. I went last season. It was fun. It was exciting. It was very exciting.
Good.
I like them when they get.
Well, of course you
into
like
it.
the-
Yes, I'm
the
like, oh
fight
wow,
stuff.
there's action. It's very, very entertaining.
You know, it is. You know, it's a fast game. It's a fun game. You know, it's always better to watch it in person versus TV.
Yes.
Right. Just like boxing
Yeah,
or
it makes
MMA.
a difference. It
you
makes
know.
a difference.
Well, not so much boxing, or because the camera's on you.
I was sitting right over there. It was close, so I really appreciated everything that they did, and the action was like, oh my goodness, this is exciting.
It's fun, eh?
Yeah, it was very fun.
That's cool. I'm glad you like it.
It was very fun.
See,
If,
it's tough.
If I don't have if I'm not training for a boxing fight, then I'll definitely come more.
So, what is the day in the life of you right now? Wait.
So I work Monday through Friday.
Yes, I know that part.
Yes, that's why we couldn't meet Monday through Friday. So I go to work, I do my job, come home for a little bit, feed my kids, and I go to Las Cruces and train.
You're with Louie, right?
I trained with Louis Burke. So that was Jennifer, my sister, and my brother's coach. Very great coach. And I train there. After I'm done training, if I have time, I'll go to my dad's gym in Northeast El Paso. And then I come home. So I'm coming home late. And then I get my kids' stuff ready for school. Thank goodness that they're out. That's one less responsibility I have to do for summer vacation. And then I repeat over and over, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I'm kind of free, but I'm still training.
Sure, of course.
But I'm able to catch up. I'm able to clean my house, do laundry, just catch up, meet with you.
Yeah. So is it like, do you train 7 days a week or do you take a day off?
I will take days off when my body tells me. Like I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm punching and I'm weak. I'm running and I feel like I'm running like an old lady. Like it's not productive.
Right.
So when my body tells me like you need to rest, then I'll rest. Louis, he has to tell me, he's like, hey, just go home. Like you're exhausted. Yeah. So it does happen. So I have to understand that, yes, I have to listen to my body. That rest is just as important as training.
Well, that's crazy. That's just a never ending schedule.
Yeah.
And that's so when you don't have a fight scheduled, do you still try to maintain that to a certain degree?
So I really like having these fights. So I've had 3 fights in the past couple months. Yeah.
Which
so
is
it's
crazy.
Kept me busy. So for me, I feel like I'm in shape and like the best shape I've ever been. Yeah. I've never been in this amazing shape. My cardio is great. But I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, I had 1 fight and then I was like maybe fighting twice a year. So I had a long break. So I enjoy staying in shape compared to getting complacent and getting,
of course,
I get lazy and I'm like, then I had to get back into shape. And that's hardest. The hardest thing is getting back into shape. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I let myself go. So for me, I'd rather stay busy and stay in shape than get complacent and lazy. Because I'll gain like 15 pounds and I'll eat everything. Yeah. I'm like, yep.
So that was going to lead to my next question. So what is your diet like?
So for me, I just try to eat clean. Yeah. I love spicy food, so I don't eat spicy food, which is very sad and heartbreaking.
Sure. I
love hot wings and being in El Paso, the Mexican food and all the Mexican candy, all that stuff. I love all of it.
So when you came in here, did you smell McDonald's?
No, I didn't smell McDonald's.
The guys ordered McDonald's. I'm like, great. She's going to come in here and give us shit because we're eating McDonald's and she's going to want a French fry or a chicken nugget.
If it was Mexican food, I would say I would get mad. I'd be very tempted. But McDonald's, no. I don't really like McDonald's.
But it was funny because that's a true story.
That's funny.
Ordered it and I was like, man, she's going to smell this and she's going to.
I ate before, so I'm good.
That's good.
And I don't have to make weight for another 6 weeks. I'm good.
So are you at weight right now?
For the most part, I'm only like a couple pounds over.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm actually surprised with my body. I feel like I could go down to a lower weight class to 130. So we'll see.
What do you weigh now, if you don't mind me asking?
140. And I fight at 135.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So you can lose that.
Yes.
You can cut that pretty quick.
So being a wrestler, I wrestled in high school. I would cut like 10 pounds in 3 days. It was intense. And that would be like
that sucks.
Like twice a week. So I learned how to cut weight in wrestling and it made me stronger. Oh gosh, wrestling is such a crazy sport, an intense sport. And so for me, cutting weight, it's not scary because I've already done it. Yeah. I did it for 4 years.
And I asked your sister this too, some of the crazy stories that you see on TV with the boxers and whoever, they're cutting weights with the bags on and saunas.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
You have to know. Nowadays, I don't think I could cut as much as I did back in high school. Sure. But you see boxers, you see wrestlers dehydrating themselves to the max, some even dying because they don't do it the healthy way. And they're so strong-minded that they'll push themselves till they crack, till they die. In some cases, so it's crazy. It is crazy.
If you're doing that, obviously you're not even close to, in my opinion, like if you're trying to cut 10 pounds in 24 hours, what are you doing before that to prepare? And again, this is me on the outside. I'm not that guy.
No,
but
I get you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if I know I have to cut 10 pounds by the time I have to weigh in and I have 2 weeks left, like I have to calculate, okay, on this day I'm going to be doing this, I have to train this much, and then this week I should be 3 days in, I should be losing this much. So everything's calculated when I have to lose weight, but I have enough discipline to do it.
Well, that's why you're a pro.
Yes, but you still see professionals not making weight.
Right.
And I fought several girls that have not been on weight. I'm like, it happens a lot for me. I'm like, this is not fair.
And so what happens when, say you and I were fighting and I missed my weight? Mm-hmm. It's just, there's no contest?
So there's a contract. So they had to make the contracted, the weight that you guys were both signed off on. And if they don't make it, obviously I could say I don't want to fight. But for me, those fights are very valuable and they're hard to get. So I'm going to fight them no matter what. So for the most part, it's either you have, we'll make them, they have to run. I think they have 2 hours to lose a weight. So they'll run. If they still don't make the weight, then usually some money is deducted from my opponent's purse, and they'll go to me.
Well, that's good sport of you to still kind of carry on the fight.
Yes.
Because that'd piss me off too. If
Yes.
like all that time and effort that you're doing it, and then all of a sudden somebody's a couple pounds overweight, and
That's happened to about like maybe 4 of my opponents. They have
that
not come on
sucks.
weight, like 2-3 pounds over.
do you think people do that on purpose because they're afraid to fight you?
No, because at a professional level, they know what they're getting themselves into. And a lot of my fighters, they come from out of town, out of the state. I think it might be a fact that they know that I'm going to take the fight because I'm fighting in El Paso. Like, for example, fighting in El Paso, I'm not going to be turning them down if they miss weight by 3-4 pounds. You know what I mean? So they want that advantage. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not going to be like, okay, coming to El Paso from wherever they're from, for me not to say no because they didn't make weight.
Right.
No,
And you're not obviously the person to say, no, I'm not going to fight you either.
No.
Like now would maybe 5 pounds probably would, but would 2 or 3 pounds make that much of a difference?
It depends on the person. And I feel like for me, it's just unprofessional not coming in that weight.
Yeah.
You know, the girls use excuse about, oh, I'm on my period. I'm like, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You got to be disciplined. It sucks. That means you just have to work a little bit harder.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. So the gal that you're fighting in September 27th, 7 o'clock at the Coliseum.
Yes.
7 o'clock?
7
there's
o'clock.
undercards.
The fight
So are
starts
you the
at 7
main?
o'clock. I'm the main event, but there's several local fighters from El Paso. All of them are good. All of them are talented. So you do not want to miss any of the fights. Any of the fights.
Well, I might have to come to that one to see your weaknesses because when I fight you in 3 months, you know what I mean?
You have to come. You're right next door.
Yeah, I think I'll go.
Yes, invite your people, please.
Yeah, we'll invite the people.
Invite the
You know,
people. Invite the hockey team.
I'm gonna watch your weaknesses. That
Go
way,
ahead.
I'm gonna attack you.
Okay.
Again, no headshots.
You already have an advantage. I'm not going to hit you in the head, so it's just the body. So you'll be fine.
Oh, fine.
You have a couple months to work on your 6-pack. You'll be fine.
I got a 12-pack right now.
Okay.
Isn't it more the better?
Oh, yes. We'll see.
So hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna set something up
Okay.
because I really think I can take you.
Okay, let's do it.
Really? No, I
Okay,
don't think
really,
I can.
really,
But we're
let's
gonna
do
do
it.
something.
Let's
Something
do it.
fun.
Okay.
But just
I'll come back.
don't hurt me so much. Too bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you want me to, so you say you could beat me, but you don't want me to hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But yeah. Probably not. I was arm. Look at these forearms, man. It's like I'm a specimen. You know what I mean? Just ask me, I'll tell you. So no headshots. You can't wear headgear. I can.
Okay.
Right? That's only fair.
So
You're
you get
professional.
you get to hit me in the head?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see.
Isn't that fair?
We'll see.
Okay, you can wear headgear.
Yeah, I think I'm only going to be not wearing a headgear in the
So
ring.
how long was
That's
your
it.
last fight?
My
Like it was
last-
seconds,
So that was in El Paso.
right?
So the one I fought in El Paso in March.
We had a game. That's why I didn't go.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you don't
But
have a
Jerry,
game.
one of the officers, told me.
Okay. So yes, I fought a girl from Slovakia,
Yeah.
and it went 23 seconds. So it was my fastest knockout.
I think I can go longer than 23 seconds.
Okay.
I don't think I can beat you. I got to rewind a little bit here because we're actually going to do this. I'm not backing up. I think you can beat me, but I can outdo 23 seconds.
Okay.
Just no headshots. You can't hit me in the
got
head.
it. I got that clear. No headshots.
And I can outdo 23 seconds. I can run around the ring for 23 seconds.
Do your hockey players ever do boxing training?
We used to train with Louis.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was that beneficial? Or
Yes
did it
and
make
no,
him
but
just
it's
more deadly?
Just for the training,
Okay.
right? Just the discipline and, the core and everything like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of fighting has been taken out of hockey since years ago when we were involved with Louis.
Okay.
So is it beneficial for certain things? 100%.
Okay.
But you're not going to see guys square off
Got
as
you.
much anymore. There are still fights, but there's really no bona fide fighter anymore. There's guys that like to fight. I was one of those guys. I love to fight. And
You'd been a great boxer.
I don't know about that. Just no headshots. But just the training part of it and the discipline that Lou used to bring to the guys was awesome.
How
And
long
the
did
guy-
Louis train?
Shoot, he probably trained the guys 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And he was awesome. Awesome guy.
Awesome.
And the guys loved it.
That's good. Interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So is there anything you want to tell the people about the fight coming up? What to expect, your prediction?
So, Again, the fights July 27th, El Paso County Coliseum. There's several fighters from El Paso and Las Cruces fighting in the card. So we have Victor Aranda. I don't know if you know of him. He's from El Paso. He was an Olympic alternate when he was an amateur. Very great fighter. He's 3-0, and all his knockouts, he has 3 knockouts, are body shots.
Oh, jeez.
So they call him the body snatcher. He's great.
Why do you gotta bring that up?
Just saying, you don't want to spar him. He would destroy your body. Okay. Then we have George Tovar. He's 8-0 too.
Wow.
He's coming up in the middleweight divisions. He's very talented. Amy Selena, she's from Las Cruces.
I'm scared now. I'm not gonna lie to you. The more I think about this,
You should come. There's a lot of.
I'm
good
gonna come. No, I'm gonna come.
There's great girl fights, guy fights. Amy Selena, she's great. There's actually a girl from Canada. She's fighting.
Oh, really?
Her name's Bree Howling. She's undefeated. I think she's 8-0 as well. She's very good. It's just going to be a great event. I'm the main event. I'm fighting against Miranda Reyes. She's a world-class athlete. She just fought for the world title a couple months ago. She lost to the champion, but she went the distance on a 3-week notice.
Good for her.
No, she's very tough. So I know I'm going to be working the whole fight. But I know how hard I train. I know how much sacrifice I do. I'm working on my game plan. So ultimately, in the end, my goal and what my vision is to come out victorious. Sure. So I hope I win this WBA Intercontinental title and then world title shot next. That's
awesome.
My goal.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
It was fun.
And we are going to do more.
Yes.
And again, it's been a lot of fun having you here.
Yes.
So make sure you guys go July 27th.
July 27th, El Paso County Coliseum. It's a Saturday.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Welcome back to episode 23 of Crash Course, a hockey podcast. Alex Sherman, Mike Rivera. Welcome, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good to be
Had
here.
a good weekend.
Yeah.
Busy
it was
weekend.
Awesome. It was busy.
With Futures Camp, goalie camp that went on. We had about 40 players and some goalies. It was really good.
It was really good. Yeah, we had some really good talent. There were some young kids out there that were buzzing around that I was really impressed with. So that was awesome. And then, there were some older kids that, we're definitely interested in for this year. And
that was, we had a bunch of local kids sign up for it, which is great to see. Some guys finally getting through our youth program and moving up the chain, kind of like you did, Mike, when you were a player of youth back in the day, and then you came up through the program and you're back here now. But it was good to see some good young talent, man.
Yeah, it's nice to see some El Paso kids really grow in their game, and I was impressed with a couple of them.
Anybody in particular stand out for you guys?
I mean, for El Paso kids,
sure.
or just
Let's go with the El Paso kids.
Valenzuela was, he's the real deal. Young 08 defenseman, moves his feet really well. He's got good hockey sense. He moves the puck well. He's a good player for sure.
Obviously we want to develop kids in our youth program and have them move up through the ranks and eventually play for either the NA3 team or the NA team, but stay within our organization. And, as years gone by, both Corey and I, we kind of look at, who's one of those guys moving up through the program. And we've always said that, Valenzuela would be one of those kids. Yeah. And he moved away a couple years ago, playing in the Phoenix, area just to get further development. And it's done him well. It really, really has.
Yeah, his skating is pretty unbelievable. I always joke that, I skate like I grew up in El Paso, but that kid, he sure doesn't skate like he grew up in El Paso. His edge work is unbelievable for his age, and he has a bright future ahead of him for sure.
He was always a smaller kid, not one of the bigger guys out there, but, he's got some size as far as height. He's a young kid.
For sure.
And he's going to put on some meat as he starts to get further into developing into a young man, that's for sure.
Definitely.
So he's one guy locally. Let's go with goaltending. Anybody stand out in particular that might have an opportunity?
We had a couple kids, Nathan Graybill, who played for Colorado Springs Tigers, and then Dylan Newton, who's an 06 from San Jose Sharks, U18. They both came in and had a pretty good showing. So, we like them. And then there was a couple 09s that the kid that played in the 5-on-5 game on Sunday, 09 threw him in there, and he made some really big saves for sure. So he's definitely on the radar.
Yeah, Dom. I don't remember his last name,
Yeah.
but he had a good showing. And I also thought Sean Biebrick from
Sean,
Oklahoma
yeah,
City
yeah.
had a really good weekend. He's a hardworking kid, and I was impressed with him.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like with the goaltending. It's so hard. It's such a there's so many numbers within the goaltending rank. Every team only carries 3 goalies per se.
Yeah.
2 in their active roster, and there's just they're a dime a dozen. And my hat goes off to the tenders because
Yeah.
you have one bad outing,
Yeah.
and it's unless you're, I'm not going to say somebody unless you're out there, that could be the end of it.
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah. One skate could ruin the whole thing for you, and I'm glad I'm not a goalie.
Yeah, that's for sure. For more reasons than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're different. Limited jobs out there, one soft one, and your name's scratched off the list pretty quick.
For sure. But yeah, I did notice those 3 guys, and definitely on the rank. And as far as players, I know Odessa had a bunch of players here. Donnie Margetti, he runs their youth program, does a great job with them. And we reached out to him, and obviously there's some talent there.
For sure.
I'll let you guys touch on that a bit.
Yeah, they had some young kids that came in that really impressed us and definitely on our radar for the future. But we had a kid, Max Anderson. He's an 08, and I think he's 6'2", 6'3", 210, 215.
Big
He's
kid.
a big boy. He can move. He doesn't really play physical yet, but we're gonna get him there, and he's gonna be really good.
And there's some younger kids from Odessa as well, that in the future, like we're talking 25, 26 season, potentially get a hold of those guys because
There was a kid
they can play.
09. What
Wade?
was his first name? Wade. Yeah.
Last name was Wade.
Last
yeah.
name was Wade. There's
Nick
brothers.
and
I know
Nick is the oldest one. Yeah, but they both had really good hands. They both had a shot. It was pretty impressive.
I also
coming from
thought
Odessa and-
Easton Margetti.
Margetti,
Easton
yeah.
Donnie's
Yep.
kid was a nice little player. He had a nice set of hands on him, nice finishing ability. Once he matures a little bit, grows up, fills out a little bit, hits that puberty, he's gonna be a threat.
And he's got a little bit of that spunk in him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The jam.
There's a saying that we all say, but we can't really say it on the podcast. But he's got a little bit of that in
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah.
Just like his old man back in the day, his dad played with a little bit of that. Well, not a little bit, but a lot of that in when he played. So
Didn't you guys have a couple tussles back?
yeah,
in the
man, I
day?
used to work him over all the time, man. You know what I mean? Donnie,
That's
yeah.
not what he said.
Well, of course. Yeah. But no, Donnie Margetti, like we've gone back, we shoot 25 years, something like that. But yeah, we used to get at it quite a bit. But he's, what's on the ice is on the ice.
Yeah.
What's off is off. And
Exactly.
he's a great guy, and he's a great ambassador for the game, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's hard to find a guy like that who truly cares about the kids, and you can tell just the way that he manages his players and helps them out. He really cares about the kids, and those guys are hard to find.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially in a small market like Odessa too.
Oh, like we talked about the numbers that they get as far as in their program. And as you guys know, everybody knows it's big oil country, and there's a lot of Canadians that flew down from the north. And we were talking about their youth program as far as like the mites and mini mites that go in there. He's getting like 40 or 50 new kids a season.
Oh wow.
So if you can retain
That's
even
awesome,
50% of that going,
yeah.
like that's awesome.
That's crazy.
And he does that, but he's always on the ice. He works with all levels. He works with the referees. He works with the coaches. He's a full-time fireman. He works in DSC in Dallas. I don't know how he does it, but he does.
That's a lot. And then he puts together showcase teams and goes out. Like he was in Pittsburgh, went and did a showcase out there. He does all kinds of different things.
Yeah, no, he definitely does a great thing for youth hockey and junior hockey even.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were lucky to have him, help us out this weekend and get those kids in. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Donnie Margetti, even though I pumped you a bunch of times. He's going to question that.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, maybe.
Just drop a comment.
We'll go with 50-50.
There you
How
go.
about that? No, but great guy. And moving on to, this week we're hopefully finalizing the NA schedule, which will then interpret to finalizing the NA3 schedule because there's a bunch of dates that needs to be locked up first prior, as you guys know.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that schedule so that I can start telling these parents that are very concerned.
I don't know why they're very concerned because not one league has their schedule out.
No, I think they're just really excited.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a concern. I think they just want to. I think they want to know when they get to ship their kids off.
Sure, yeah, that's probably. My guess is going to be it'll start probably mid-September,
Yeah,
like it normally does. Kids will come in probably 10 to 14 days beforehand. whatever, we'll work on that once we get the schedule, and should be good. I talked to Kelly today.
Yeah.
Erin Mooseby, good. She's got a bunch of 2 or 3 or 4 new families that are
Awesome.
jumping into the billet program, which is great. And we always do, or she always does well with recruiting as far as billets and maintaining and keeping that going.
Yeah.
She does a great job.
She's
She's
awesome.
been doing it for forever now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She texted me yesterday. She's like, so am I still the billet coordinator? Am I still employed by you getting a paycheck? I said, first of all, paycheck. And then I said, second of all, you got one of those contracts that doesn't expire unless I'm not here.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm here, you're here.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, no, she's awesome, man. We're blessed to have her. She does a phenomenal job. And we're actually going to get her on the show in the months coming, just prior to get some more word out there of our organization and the billets and all that good stuff. So,
yeah, she was a huge help for me last year. She does a great job. You know, that's a lot of kids to navigate and get into a home and find enough people that, you know, want to house our kids. So it's impressive. I don't want that job, that's for sure.
no. And we talked about kids coming up through the ranks from the youth program. Both her kids were in our youth program right from the get-go, and they both played for the NA3. Well, the Western States Hockey League Rhinos, and then the NA3 and the USA Hockey, or whatever, you know what I mean? And both were part of our program.
Yeah.
I know, and then Ty moved on to play for you at UCO.
Yeah, I had Ty for about 2 seasons at UCO. He was a real good hockey player.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a good guy. I coached him, I think 2 years when I was coaching the high school team. We won state, but it was pretty easy because I had like about 4 or 5 guys that I just needed to stand there. Like Ty blew the scoring record by like 15 points. It was ridiculous. Going into our last game of the regular season when with the high school league, his dad texted me. He's like, "So where's he at?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just let him play." And he'd already beat it.
Yeah.
So, but like I wanted him to just blow it out of the water. I just didn't want him to get 1 or 2. Like, let's just make a statement here. So I kept on telling Ty, like, "You're not there yet, man. You're not there yet." And then it was like 15 points. He got like, honestly, he probably had like 8 or 9 points in the last game. And I kept on telling him, I said, "You're playing freaking brutal. Like, you're not even close." Good kid. And Trey
Can't
too.
come off the ice until you get 8.
Almost like that. But, you know, even back then, like, it was so different because we only had maybe 3 lines and 4D and 2 goalies, you know. But back in those days, we had 2 high school teams, Coronado and Franklin, you know, prior COVID. And I know that's everybody's excuse, but that's really what it was.
Yeah.
And with the numbers, that is. But it was fun, a lot of fun. So a lot of youth coming up through the ranks. There's some good young players within our organization, and hopefully one day they'll be playing for you guys.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah, the goal is to get, we were talking about this weekend, for me, like a big goal is to get an El Paso-born kid on the North American League roster at some point. They got to earn it. But to have a kid that's developed well enough to be on that roster would be pretty special.
Yeah, for sure. And it is, you know, like when we talked to Andre and not Andre, but his dad, you know, I know you guys spoke to Andre a little bit, but, you know, just the wow factor to it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe getting to skate out through the Rhino head. And I know, Mike, you had that, you know, growing up here and playing for the Rhinos, but it's something special to be a local kid, getting to come through that Rhino head and, you know, playing in front of your friends and family that you grew up with.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. I mean, you skate out of the Rhino head and they announce, you know, you as a starting, you know, in the starting lineup, and they say where you're from, and the crowd has a little bit different reaction because, you know, unfortunately it is so rare.
Yeah.
So.
And even, you know, like the boss's kid could even like your number, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not be dad's number and choose a certain player's number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is kind of BS.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds like a really smart kid to me.
I'm going to tell the story. Like Cameron, my daughter was, I don't know how old she was. She was maybe 7 years old. And after one of the Rhino games, we're at the end of the ramp, and she comes down and has got her skates on, going to go skate with the players. And I think I was talking to you. I can't remember, but
yeah, we were standing there.
she's like, Dad, I'm going to be number 7 like Mike Rivera. I'm like, get the hell out of here, Mike. Beat it. You know, I was crushed.
Yeah. I still
know?
say it's
Absolutely crushed.
25. It's 2 plus 5 is 7, so that's why she's 7.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's
you
what
know?
it is, I
Like,
think.
yeah.
Because
So
I was
go with
25 as well, so
that. Yeah, right.
it's, you know,
Yeah, you were. So then, you know,
it's a good number.
Mike had his baby shower, and, you know, we had to decorate these little onesies, and I was like, perfect. So, of course, 25. with Rivera on the back of it. I'm like, here you go, bud. It was kind of funny, but yeah. So just growing up in El Paso, being a local celebrity for some of these kids is obviously the goal. You know what I mean? Because they work so hard and
Absolutely.
just to develop it. And, his dad said some nice things to me. We had a conversation. I'm talking Valenzuela, but it's thanks for everything that the organization's done for him to help him get to this point, which is a feel good, right, for everybody that's involved. And our goal is to have more local players.
Yeah.
So anybody that's listening out there, just keep working hard. Some of the talent that was here at local guys this weekend, man, there's some good potential there. So keep working hard. Buy into it.
Without a doubt. Got to be on the ice as much as possible. That's how you get better.
Yep.
So next step, fellas, we're going to be kind of transitioning. We're possibly next podcast, we might be doing the hot chip, depending on who wins in the Stanley Cup final. I don't want to bring that up, but that's a reality. If the Florida Panthers win,
the next podcast, we're
screwed.
Going to be doing the chip challenge.
So are you.
Yep.
And so I think Panthers are going to win.
Yeah.
So we got to prepare for that. But it'll be fun. That's a bet. And yeah, man, it is what it is. And we got this podcast is going to be really, really cool. Our special guest that came on, you're going to be seeing Stephanie Hahn. You're going to see on the takes that we had her on, and you got a little bit. She's pretty confident in her abilities. You know what I mean? So I wanted to put her in her place and challenge her to a fight because I truly think I could take her. Maybe.
All you got to do is show up.
Yeah, just show up, man.
Yeah.
So then we started talking, and then she started giving her one of these. She's like, "No, I think I could take." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is all steel." She's like, "Yeah, I think I could take you." And then somebody pokes. He goes, "Well, why don't I just give you a body shot right now?" And I was like, "No, no, you can't." So everyone in the crowd here, these two guys are chirping, "Oh, do it." And I'm like, "I'll let you hit me in the arm." She's like, no, body shot. I'm like, there's no flipping way you're hitting me in the body. So we had a lot of fun with it, and she fights on the 27th, and what an incredible human being. She's very intimidating, awesome. Like she's very intense, and I don't know if there's 2 or 3% body fat on her. She's just jacked. So again, I was poking fun, and 1 week she's coming back to give me a body shot, so I got to come up with something. I got to get some telephone books to wrap around or something. I got to do something because
maybe the gym.
She's gonna kill me.
The gym might be a good.
Nah, man, gym's overrated. So she's gonna if we do that. I think we are gonna do this, and have some fun with it. I'm not really into the body shot, especially with nothing on. Because I'm pretty sure, when she hit me, I'll probably crap my pants. You know what I mean? But she wanted to do it, and I was like, there's no way. She's going to kill me.
It's a punch, right? Not a kick?
No, a punch. Okay. There's no way she's kicking me.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because we like you.
No. So I got to come up with something, whether an excuse or a phone book.
Do you get to pick where on the body?
It's just a body shot. So I'm assuming in my stomach somewhere.
Yeah, but a kidney punch will ground you.
I don't think she's going to I don't think she's going to kill me.
She might.
Even though she probably could.
It's good content.
Yeah,
that's what they were saying. Oh, this thing will blow up. I'm like, blow up or not? I'm not doing
what
a
happened
body
to
shot.
Corey? Yeah, well, he died.
He's no longer here. She killed him.
But
she anyway. She was on, and we had a lot of fun with that podcast, and just her and her sister and her whole family is just incredible what they've done for El Paso, and the whole martial arts, the boxing, everything to do with it. They're just true leaders in the community. So it was fun to have her on.
Yeah.
So you guys will get a taste of that, and it's kind of comical. So, guys, appreciate you guys jumping on.
Absolutely.
I know we're going to keep this short. The summer's a little bit different with the content, but I appreciate you guys jumping on.
Of course.
Good luck with the continued recruiting, and we'll talk next week, fellas.
Sounds
good.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please remember to like and follow, and remember, take care, comb your hair, and keep the stick on the ice.